Hi guys, I just wanted to send you a quick video with some important updates and things you need to know for 2019. It's going to be one of my goals to send you guys these a little bit more often so we can dive a little bit deeper into what's going on at LifeGate Kids when we don't have enough time to cover that during our pre-service meetings. So without further ado, here's what you guys need to know for 2019. So I'm going to start off with one of the things we are most looking forward to, which is the Thirst Conference. That is happening in a few weeks, so January 19th through the 22nd, but we're going to have our Thirst kickoff, starting off the 10-day fast. So here at West Dodge, we're going to have kind of a last supper, if you will, where we're going to have food here, and then we're going to have worship here, and then that worship night the following day is going to be when the fast officially will begin. So that will be January 10th. It'll be a 10-day fast. And then when we break the fast, we're going to come together on January 19th for a night of worship. So that's going to be in place of the Saturday night service. So we're going to have some more kids in the house probably here at West Dodge. So I really want to stack our Saturday night elementary team. So if you have grace in your schedule and can come Saturday night, I would love that, because we want to make sure we have enough people to take care of the kids that come, and we're going to have more than average on that Saturday night. So if you guys can serve maybe that night instead of maybe Monday or Tuesday night because you plan on going to Thirst, that would be awesome. If you want to serve at Thirst, which we would love you guys to be part of, it's one of our 4 pillar events for elementary kids. So the first being Thirst, VBS, the overnight, and presbytery are kind of our 4 big events that we do throughout the year for elementary kids. And so it's super important that you guys are there just to be with them, because these are big events in the kids' lives. So if you want to help out with any of those, the 19th through the 22nd, the service times are from 6 to 8. We'll feed you, and we would love your help. We, of course, want you to be able to attend one and serve one is our hope for you guys. With Thirst, we're also going to be doing a devotional over the fasting period with kids. So basically what we've done is we've taken some of the words that Pastor Dave has put in the adult devotional, and we have made it a little bit more fun and kid-friendly and colorful, and there's some stuff that some activities that they can do in these blank boxes here. So it's super awesome that we're doing this with kids. This is the first time, but I think it'll go over really well. So we're going to hand those out this weekend. Some of you guys have handed those out already last weekend. Try your best not to hand out duplicates, because what we have is what we have. So if a kid got one last week, say, hey, we're going to give it to the people that need it first. And if they need a replacement later on, they can always come find us. So try to give it to only the people that weren't here last weekend. All right, so speaking of events, I wanted to tell you guys we have these save the date cards for you guys. This is for our volunteers in kids ministry. This has every event you need to know throughout the year. So we're super excited about this, so you guys can plan ahead. Oh, when's VBS? Because we want to plan our vacation for sometime in June, which, by the way, VBS is January 10th through the 14th, so you'll find it on here. So there's that. There's our kids team meetings that we used to have every month. We're going to break them down now to about 4 every year. So our first one is going to be on February 3rd, and we're really excited for this one. We're calling it We Hate Valentine's Day, but Love Our Volunteers. And we're going to have important vision and construction updates for you guys as part of that meeting. So as much as you can, I would encourage you to attend those team meetings and trainings, because they're really important information that you need to know as a volunteer in kids ministry. So be sure you grab one of these this weekend and hang it up on your fridge so you know when things are coming up. There's even some paid serving opportunities on here if you're over 16. So that's always a plus. So be sure to grab one of these this weekend. Let's see, what else do I have for you guys? Weekends. So we have a couple of new things that are going to be changing as part of our curriculum. We have now kind of implemented something called some ministry time. So this ministry time is going to be during right after the message, it's going to be just time for kids to respond to the different things that we've been discussing in the message. So this week we are talking about self-control, which is our theme for January. And so we're going to talk about some different areas that we maybe struggled with self-control, and then we're going to just turn on some ministry music and let the kids reflect and think about where are some times that I've struggled with self-control, and just kind of let them think about those things as part of the message. And so when we do that, you may want to be aware it may take a little bit of your small group time, but it's also going to be the same as your small group time, because there'll be opportunities for them to engage with you, their small group leader, and ask for prayer in that particular area. So just try to keep that in mind, like, hey, we may have to cut our small group 5 minutes short, but you're still getting that small group time in. Speaking of small group time, we have changed a couple things in just like the scripting of small groups. So we have now broken it down into 3 5-minute sections. So if you're thinking about it, okay, small groups is 20 minutes and there's 3 5-minute sections. So there's 5 minutes of leeway for you guys to, if you have a very distracted group that week and it took a little bit to get them rounded up, or if you have maybe a particular story you want to share with them, or you have just kind of, you have 5 minutes to do that, or prayer request. If it takes a little bit longer, you have 5 minutes of extra leeway time with that. And in addition to the 3 activities that you do that are going to be about 5 minutes. And one of my favorite things that we're doing with this is a weekly challenge. So this week, as I'm looking at it, it says start your devotional on Thursday, January 10th is your challenge number 1. And challenge number 2 is talk to your parents about what you're going to fast to ask God for. So I love that feeling of like bringing your small group together and saying, okay, team, this is what we're going to do this week. And I think that'll be really, really impactful for kids to know this is what we're going to do. And then the next week you follow up and be like, hey, how did you do with this week's challenge? So that'll be really, really awesome. And I think it'll go over really, really well, just like with the ministry time. So as we talk about 2019, I'm going to change gears here a little bit. I want you guys to be thinking and praying and maybe even asking God over the fast, how can I be a living invitation in children's ministry? How can I maybe, through Christ and through God, how can I be a vessel for someone to come to know Jesus? And so be thinking about different ways you could do that practically with maybe the kids you know or kids you don't know. Like, how can I reach out to kids in my community? Stuff like that. So we're going to have some discussion in the next couple of weeks about how we can be living invitations in our area of ministry to get us fired up about that. And then we'll really unpack it probably even more during that February 3rd meeting, so you won't want to miss that. So be thinking and praying about how you can be a living invitation in your area of ministry, which is ministering to kids in this area that you've been called to. All right, so that's about all I have, but I also wanted to just end on this note. For those of you who maybe haven't heard or weren't here last weekend, I'm pregnant. I'm expecting our first baby here in June, so I'm actually due the week after VBS, so that's going to be exciting. So you guys may hear a little bit early from me, hey, are you going to commit to VBS this year? Just because I'm going to be trying to get all of my ducks in a row and everything squared away, so that way, just in case I have everything set and I'm not going to have to worry about it right before my baby gets here. So we're really excited about it, and I'm really excited to finally share it with you guys. And I just wanted to say thank you for all of your prayers, and you guys have just been a great team. This is the 1 year mark of when I stepped into this position as elementary pastor, and you guys have been awesome to work with. I am just inspired by you guys constantly and your love for kids, and I'm just really excited to go hard at it for another year and just see what God is going to do in the next year in the life of our kids, in your lives, and the things that God is doing in you, and it's going to be amazing. So with all that to say, I know this was a little bit of a longer video, but be looking out for more of these from me. Hopefully they'll be a little bit shorter. All right, guys, I will see you later. Bye.